Second game tonight comes from Kardinia Park, where it was last chance for the Cats after all the rumours about Malcolm Blight during the week. They'd won just one out of their last 5 games, and another defeat would possibly see them too far out of the 8 to make the finals. Melbourne not going too flash either. They'd won just 2 of their last 9 games. Gary Ablett kicked 4 goals in the first quarter and had 7 to three-quarter time, and this is the position at the last change. Geelong led at the first 2 changes, but Melbourne up at three-quarter time, the margin 8 points, 14-9 to 13 goals 7. We're in for a thriller again in the last quarter, and we pick it up at the opening bounce, and with me in commentary, Dennis Cometti and Ross Glendinning. Quarter of football vital to both clubs here. Melbourne at the moment leading by 8 points after they trailed at half-time. Geelong and Melbourne really needing a win here, so the last half an hour will tell a large story for season 1994. Now the ball up just near the centre circle. Cats going left to right in the final quarter. Ablett's kicked 7. Stoneham in the ruck. Barnes injured in the third quarter. It comes to Dyson. He hurriedly gets it out of the middle. Lovell palms down. Steve Hocking a bit slow. Caught in Gilbert's tackle. Lyon over the top to Charles. A snap. And Charles has kicked the goal. Well, the Cats too slow out of defence then.
That's what you want your forwards to do, to pressure the backmen as they come out. And Geelong should have cleared that ball. But Hocking... good kick from Dyson out of the centre. Watch Steve Hocking here. Gets control of it. Should have kicked straight away. And Gilbert, the tackler there.
Great start for the Demons then. Sean Charles, lively on the forward line this afternoon. And the margin out to 14 points. Melbourne have done very well in the centre square. They've dug it out consistently. Not this time. Couch. Not a good kick down towards half forward. Brett Lovett heads for the boundary line or the boundary umpire. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in. Throw in on the wing. Geelong led by 7 points at quarter time, 14 at half time. They were kick-started by their champ Gary Ablett, 4 goals in the opening term. He's currently got 7. Stein slaps it down in front. Couch puts his body in. Norris close to the line. Phoebe takes it across. That's Matthew Phoebe. Busy player this afternoon. And another throw in. Barnes off the ground, so Stoneham on the ball. Over the top, Steins again. Very congested. Talking about that centre square, Ross, they've missed Gary Hocking.
Yes, his ability to get that ball in the congested area and do something constructive with it, there's no question of that.
Bounce on the wing then, Stoneham. And Steins, up they go. Stoneham favoured by the bounce, tackled by Steins, fell at their feet. Now Steins a chance on the loose ball to Lovett. Pushed as he kicked. Tanner doing well, forcing the error out of bounds on the full.
Tim McGrath to take it. Some argument about the mark.
Half a metre.
McGrath now 8 possessions up towards the centre of the ground. Stoneham in front. Good mark. Nothing Steins could do about that. That's his first mark, Barry Stoneham. Started at centre half forward. Now in the ruck. The kick up inside half forward. Oh, mark dropped down there. Ablett on the turn. Gets it going forward. Here's Tanner. The hand pass sweeps wide to Riccardi. 40 metres out, Peter Riccardi. Back to Gary Ablett, who puts the foot on the accelerator and goes bang back to the goal square. Oh, gee, that was a great kick. Just offline. 7 goals to Gary Ablett. 13 points the difference.
A couple of times today he's been brought into the game because of some fumbles and mistakes by the Melbourne backs. That happened again.
Lovett to bring it in. Runs onto the ball now. Always looks untidy. It goes towards the outer side. Not Lovett so much as that action. Brewer to Couch. He measures the kick. Good looking effort. It's a goal. He's been their main man, Paul Couch. Every time they've been in a hole, he's grabbed the shovel.
Yes, he's been the only player they've had who, apart from Ablett, has looked as if he knew what he was doing when he got the football. And he's been very direct, and something invariably has resulted from his touches, of which he's had 22, 18 of those kicks, which is far better for him because he's penetrating with that left boot. None more effective than that goal.
A goal each in the last quarter. Back to 7 points the margin. Melbourne in front. Stoneham gets the ball down to Tanner. The kick bounces through the 50. Ooh, Wills tries to run onto it. It's blocked up there. Brownless over the ball. Cannot get it clear. The umpire will ball it up.
It's important that some of those fellow forwards of Wills know that if the ball's in the air, to tap it toward goal, he'll always be running toward it. He's got the pace to run away.
Billy Brownless has been there since the start. Been very, very quiet. Neach will take a free kick. Advantage. It's up over centre wing now. Line from behind. Does the right thing and punches out of bounds.
Boundary throw in out his side. This game and the respective seasons, these two clubs very much in the balance now. O'Reilly from behind knocks it forward, taken by Charles. Very high kick close to the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. Mansfield has been a resolute defender, will take the kick on the outer side. Appeared to run up the ground. In fact, he kicked Geelong's first goal this afternoon. Searching run through midfield. Now across half-back. Goes for distance. High kick. Stein's in best position. Floats in from the side. Stoneham came in the other direction, and it's going to be a free kick. Brownless interfered with, I fancy. So Brownless on the wing. Where's Ablett? Buzz around this crowd. He goes long down towards full forward, but it's not a good kick. It came off the side of the boot. Primke in front. No one claimed him. Matthew Phoebe now, as a result, can run away. Poor football by Geelong. Phoebe goes down towards half forward. Big pack at the fall of the ball. Knocked forward by Mansfield. Charles again. Out to Lovett. Open goal square. Lovett spins out of trouble. Needed to be grabbed. He goes for home. Misses. Whoa. The hearts of an entire city riding on that kick. Or maybe a couple of them.
Yeah, maybe Melbourne and Geelong. 8 points the margin. We're back to the three-quarter time difference. Tim Darcy to kick in. Cats have won just one of their last 5 games. Straight up the centre. Tanner, who's come on late in the game. Tingay out of the pack. Nearly a throw. The umpire said it was. Advantage played. Stoneham, the hand pass away. McGrath, the defender to full forward. White got there, chested the ball down. Brewer's hand pass to Ablett. Ablett snaps for goal and kicks number 8. And the margin 2 points.
Join Bruce McAvaney for Australia.
Demons by 2 points. Ablett has 8 goals. Held to 2 back in round 1 by Sean White. Not today. He's been terrific on the forward line. The dust flies in that vandalised area. Here's Viney. Still Viney to Lovett. In trouble. Matthew Phoebe. Oh, nice turns. Goes down towards half forward. In front, Lovell. Fisted away by Mansfield, who goes again with great courage. Head down, confronted by Charles Whistle. And the ball up. Now, Gary Ablett's best performance against Melbourne. 11 goals. Round 15 last season. That was in a losing cause. We'll find out shortly if today's big effort is in vain. Here's Tanner out of the congestion, back towards the wing. Wills awkward half volley taken by Lovett. Nicely done. Still he goes. Not enough pressure there from the Cats. Schwartz had a big second term. Searching hand pass away to Charles. He's 70 metres from goal. Unloads long down towards Pike. Back goes Gilbert. Could have almost got a free kick. Down went Lovell. Picked up by Hocking. Dragged down by Gilbert. Crashing his way through his Pike. And I think he's kicked a goal. He has. Pike somehow, like a bull, just bulldogging his way through that pack, and the lead is back to 8 points.
There's a couple of great tackles by Geelong defenders here, but Pike just had the strength to hold his ground. That's the first one. And here we go, just stood up, enough strength. Hinkley claimed it was touched, but not to be.
margin back out to 8 points. Stoneham wins in the middle. It comes to Glenn Lovett. A high ball, no distance. Schwartz, no mark. Free kick over the shoulder. It'll come back to Schwartz. He's holding his right ear. Played all 15 games this year after playing just 9 last year. Lyon can't take the mark. Another push. Free kick to the Melbourne skipper. Free kicks are 18 to 13 in favour of Geelong. Gary Lyon outside the 50 and close to the boundary line. Hardly any breeze here at Kardinia Park. A beautiful summer's day in the middle of July. Goes short to Charles. Oh, he's got a break on McGrath, and Charles is marked about 35 to 40 metres out. Now that's loose marking by the Geelong defence. And a set shot, if he can kick this and make it a bit interesting here for Geelong. They trail by 8 already.
And a handy player too, hasn't he?
Going for goal number 3. Oh, hits the post. Well, the game could be decided by centimetres, and that's a cruel miss for the D's.
Tim Darcy to bring it back in. Generally opts for distance. Geelong a record of 6 and 7. The jangled nerves of their fans are going to be stretched to the limit here. Darcy goes for distance. In from the side, Schwartz. Good grab. Man on across the ground. That's Tingay. He's got a teammate further afield. That's Pike. He wants the ball. Tingay gives it to him. Now Pike right on the limit of his scoring capacity, I'd suggest. He's kicked 3 this afternoon. He'll go from about 52 metres out. There is no breeze. And the lead is 9 points. Pike goes long. Has it got the carry? That is a magnificent kick.
Wow.
It's a goal. It's going to be very hard for the Cats from here.
Yes, the time's there, but they just don't seem to be able to man up and pick up players there. Pike found himself out in that area because he was forming part of that defensive setup from the kick out. Darcy was his man, and of course he was kicking out. The ball came to Dees after a great mark by Schwartz. And Pike finishes up with a good goal.
Geelong already 11th on the ladder and really needing this to get in touch. A loss would be devastating. The hand pass, Dyson back to Glenn Lovett. A very high ball, awkward for Viney. Couldn't take the mark, but he's still got it in front of him. Great play by Viney, kept his eyes on the ball. Glenn Lovett taken high. Umpire, free kick to Melbourne. Geelong were belted for most of the third quarter, but 2 goals late in the term kept them in it. Gilbert, one hand to it. Pike goes back. Charles, great play. Oh, terrific football. Phoebe gets it going forward. Gilbert again. Riccardi careful not to give away the free. They're only 35 metres out. Mansfield dragged the ground. It was a trip.
Margin is 15 points. Just under 12 and a half minutes to go. Mansfield, high kick towards the wing. Stoneham in front, almost the mark, knocked forward. Viney couldn't control it. It spills wide of the pack. Glenn Lovett away to Matthew Phoebe. Looping hand pass over the top. Lovell had no chance. Colbert likewise. Down he went. Tudor went in rather tentatively. Tried to crash his way through as Tingay. Tanner stood his ground. A whistle and a ball up. Melbourne 17-11. Geelong 15-8. The Cats almost unanimous picks coming into the season to play in the finals on the strength of a great finish last season. In desperate trouble, Mansfield's kick smothered. Phoebe measures the hand pass over the top. Lovell, a runner inside, should have given the ball off, but he's going to get a free kick. The umpire says he was pushed in the back as he was kicking the ball.
There's a desperate lunge by Mansfield. His direct opponent, here it is. Geez, he slipped off.
Not much in that, was it?
Nothing in that at all. Particularly as Lovell held his ground, he didn't fall over.
Lovell off the ground earlier in the day, came back and kicked 2 goals after kicking 1 before he left the ground. Going at his 4th here. He kicks from 40. He's trying to bend it back. Another poster. The drama mounts. Geelong are getting their chances.
Here's Mansfield and Lovell.
They should save their energy for the footy.
Well, we've got 11 1/4 minutes remaining, and at the moment the Cats trail by 16 points. Stoneham up high, whistle, free kick to Barry Stoneham, over the shoulder. The crowd roaring as though the Cats haven't had a free all year. Out to McGrath, off the left boot he goes to half forward. Brownless. Well, interference there, and the free kick against Neats to Billy Brownless, who's found it hard to get the footy today. He's taken 2 marks, he's had 6 possessions so far. There's no silo in the way, but they want about a 75-metre kick here to the goal square to Ablett. Taking a long time. He's getting plenty of advice from the Kardinia Park crowd. Well, if there'd been a silo there, it would have cleared it. Bounces. Well done by Norrish. Viney. Norrish kept going. And Melbourne clear, close to the boundary line. Here's Billy again.
Colbert now. O'Reilly pumps it back in. Where's Ablett? Out of position. Good mark in front. Held by Melbourne Schwartz. Goes across the ground. Love it. Plays on by hand. This is Phoebe. Stephen around the outer side. Chips towards the wing, and that's a very intelligent kick if he's bounced it out on the full. In fact, he's got it out on the full.
Just missed it.
So Riley takes the kick. Brownless down towards half forward. Goes long. Primke worked out of it. Ablett comes up brandishing the ball and pops it through. All clear. He's got 9.
St Kilda star Nicky Winmar joins the bearded one.
Well, another great performance by Ablett. He's got 9, but nobody else on the Geelong side has any more than 1. So once again, a big haul by the champion might be in vain. They trail by 10 points, but they have a free kick in the middle, and now 50-metre penalty. Well, Jim Steins once gave away a famous 15-metre penalty, and this 50-metre penalty should give a goal to Stoneham and should make the margin 4 points.
It should lift Stoneham's confidence no end too. He's tried very hard today. His effort's been commendable in trying to get to the footy. Just lacking that bit of skill, touch with his skill.
Just 1 mark for the day for Barry Stoneham. The kick from 49 metres. It's away to the right and isn't coming back. Oh, that would have been handy.
Sorry. Still plenty of time. Just under 9.5 minutes remain in the game. 17-12 to 16-9. So the margin 9 points. And Phoebe taking his time. Stephen. That kick of his on the outer side just missed the boundary. He looked down the ground. There was no one to kick it to. And again, Brownless is the man who benefits from the Phoebe kick. This time marking the ball about 70 metres from goal. Strong grab. Some encouraging signs. Brownless and Stoneham suddenly having an influence. It'll take a thumper from here. Brownless in the shadows of the stand goes for home. Way offline towards the pocket, and the mark has been held down there. I think it's Stoneham.
Yep. Well, it won't be a memorable game for its entirety for Barry Stoneham in his 150th, but in this last quarter, if he can lift his side with some important touches, I'm sure he'll keep the tape.
Yeah, you touched on it. I think Roscoe has made a conscious effort. You could see him trying to find something.
Yes.
You're really throwing himself into packs. And if Geelong win this, it won't show on the stat sheet, but Stoneham in many ways may have turned the corner and certainly helped Geelong stay in the race. The kick is true. The game is on at Kardinia Park, and the Cats are coming back at the Demons. The margin just 3 points and all the time in the world.
That's why coaches always say to their players, just don't give up for any part of the game. Just keep yourself involved, because you never know how it might turn around. It might just be a 5 or a 10-minute involvement from yourself that gets something going for the team, sparks the side for some reason, and you become an important player. Should never ever drop your head. Just keep at it.
Well, the crowd's shouting now. The Cats within 3 points. The Cats' only win in their last 6 games was when they pinched a game against St Kilda. Ablett stormed home in the last quarter. Can they pinch this one? Brewer, the hand pass. Bit of a fumble there by Bairstow. Back he goes to Colbert. Hoists it high. Ablett trying to wrestle off White. In front, the mark taken by Wills. And Andrew Wills, an unlikely mark over his head, could put the Cats in front.
Yes, and Sean White just remonstrated the umpires. This great mark by Wills. White suggesting that he was manhandled by Ablett there. But umpire Kennedy having nothing of it.
Wills has kicked 1 goal. No Geelong players kicked more than 1, apart from Ablett, who's kicked 9. Wills, 30 metres out. The Cats lead.
I guess who the player was responsible for getting the ball forward out of the centre was Stoneham. Had the run of the ball, came toward him. Here he goes, just a little knock forward. Then Bairstow followed up. Viney was trying to be held there by Tudor for holding the ball, and they just shared it around quickly. Brewer, Bairstow, Colbert, and the eventual mark from Wills.
Everything to play for, and the crowd at fever pitch. Back in the middle. The Cats have come out of nowhere. Stoneham wins it down, knocked away by Viney. The Demons not done with yet. Tanner knocks it forward. Charles stood his ground, went to ground in the tackle. It's going to be a free kick to Tanner. Holding the ball, the decision. And Tanner up from centre half back. Goes towards the outer side. We've seen violent swings today in this game. Big margins overcome by both sides. A free kick going to Brownless this time. And who would have thought that Brownless and Stoneham would have emerged as the 2 dominant players in this charge towards victory, if it comes off for them, for the Cats. Brownless plays on by hand this time. Hinkley confronted. Danger. Goes inside the 50 with a kick. Ablett, was he helped forward? He's getting a free kick. He's looking at 10. But more importantly, Geelong looking at a 9-point lead.
Yes, and that figure 10 is exactly the difference in free kicks in the game so far. 25 to Geelong, 15 to Melbourne.
And White, I think, still dwelling on the last confrontation. His jumper appeared to be held.
Well, I certainly can't recall an umpire changing his mind. You can yell and scream as much as you like.
But you make it respected by about 4 minutes.
Well, Gaz has had 14 kicks, only 3 of them from frees.
2 in this term, going at his 3rd. Such an important kick. Such a good kick. Oh, Geelong. 19-9, and the gallant Demons are 17-12. Last roll of the dice time suddenly for Melbourne now.
Well, it'll be interesting if Whitey has choice words with Ablett on this Monday coming up, because he's been inspirational. But players around him have lifted, which is all important, and we've touched that. Brownless, Stoneham. Tanner's been good since coming on. Just a few little important touches and aggressiveness at the footy.
Melbourne led by 20 points in this last quarter. Stoneham again out of the middle. Lee Tudor runs onto it. The Cats rampant at the moment. Tudor off the left. Too long for Ablett. Up to the edge of the goal square. Here's Ablett. Tries to break the tackle. The hand pass floats for Brewer. He's trying to get clear for a snap. Offline. 10 points the margin. The Cats in front.
I think he was disorientated. So, can Melbourne get back from here?
Well, it's not beyond them, Dennis, is it?
Been the story of the day.
Yep.
Big margins overcome. Big shifts. Norris goes towards the outer side. Thought Steins was pushed in the back. This is Couch. Very good in that 3rd term. He kicks inside the 50. White this time. Some respite. Takes the mark. Wants to go. Does. Chips towards the outer side. Todd Viney's got it. Busy player. Coming up for his 26th possession. Drives around the outer side. Meets. Juggles the mark. Short of the wing. Melbourne needs something special.
Train driver just went past, gave him a 2 to the horn. Must be listening on the radio.
Floats run towards half forward. Schwartz hits the ground running. Here come the Demons. He squares it very early. Lovell needs to go. Fisted away by Mansfield. Loose ball in the middle. Vital. Work forward by Tanner. Down to towards half forward. Guess who? Billy again over the ball. In trouble. Could be holding it. No, he's getting it free. Well, he was kickless and markless and didn't have a handball. But now suddenly everyone chanting groundless.
It runs your way, doesn't it? But again, Tanner, the player, featuring there, a bit of body work, pushing the ball forward.
Centre half forward might be his go.
Goes for distance. That is a thumper. Where's Ablett? In from the side. Stoneham got a hand to it. Loose ball across the goal face. White strides away. Tingay needs to go. Gathers the half volley brilliantly. Beats the ball into Dyson. Dyson runs off half back and goes for length on the kick. Now they come from all directions. And Mansfield, who's been terrific. He's had a great duel with Lovell. It's unfair to Lovell to say that Mansfield has been one of the better players on the ground, yet he has, if that makes sense. To Darcy, who kicks it back towards half forward. And guess who? If it's not groundless, it's Stoneham.
3 marks. He went over half a game without 1 mark.
Kick.
Beautiful kick. And right in front is Lee Colvin. And a straight kick here will nearly win the game. They lead by 10 points. 16 points with 4.5 minutes to go would be very tough for Melbourne.
About 10 minutes ago, Drew, their fans were suicidal, weren't they?
They were.
The season was over.
Melbourne led by 20 points in this last quarter. Colvert right in front, 45 metres out. Well, it's a shocking kick. So the margin is still under 2 straight kicks. So you still have to give Melbourne a chance. Just over 4 minutes left. Straight up the ground is the way to go. Steins can't take the mark. Glenn Lovett tries to get free with the hands to give a hand pass. He's lost it. Colbert again. Forward pocket. Ablett with White. It bounces off Ablett and goes out of play.
Where about you? Hit him on the head and run out of bounds. So a throw in. Around from the behind post by about 30 metres. Stoneham suddenly showing aggression, showing confidence, gets it down to Bairstow to Brewer. This could be the clincher. He pulls it back. Oh, he can do some good things. That's a goal.
A great double header. Sydney and Brisbane.
Stoneham beats Steins. And you wonder about Steins' injury because Stoneham's got right on top now. Well, this kick by Neitz had too much on it and carries the fence out of bounds on the full. Riccardi with the free kick. The Cats coming home as though they've got a gale behind them. It's a still day. Ablett gets very high. Can't take the mark. Across in front of goal. Steins. Crashed down by Colbert. Steins a little hand pass. Back he goes to Stephen Phoebe. Schwartz well back from the half-forward line. O'Reilly, come with him. Left footer by O'Reilly. In the direction of Ablett. They wrestle. Up goes Brownless. It's a free kick to Geelong. To Ablett. Just about right in front. He's got 10. And his best ever against Melbourne is 11. And he can equal that here.
There's the O'Reilly kick. I'm not sure if we'll see this on screen now. We didn't see it. Caught in the middle of the pack, obviously interfered with.
Well, he's kicked 3 in this last quarter. So to finish the game the way he started with 4 1/4, Ablett does it. No, he's missed from, I'm not kidding, 20 metres out. That is 10 goals 3.
The margin is 18 points, and you'd say not time for Melbourne. Love it. Few alternatives. He'll go straight down the middle and does. Steins the target, very conscious of the players around him. Schwartz almost the big grab. O'Reilly dragged out of there. Some tired players, and it's hard to make up 3 goals when you're this tired. Melbourne have worked hard today, but what a lapse it's been. Geelong finishing all over the top of them, inspired by Stoneham and Brownless. And there's Stoneham again. Look at him crash in. O'Reilly couldn't control it. Picked up by Brewer. Somehow got out of there. Superbly done, Brewer. And misses. But it's 19 points. And as they say around the ground, it's a handy ball.
Ablett just 3 goals off 800 career goals.
Kick in by Norrish. Hasn't got much distance on this. Stoneham takes the mark. And he wouldn't be without a chance of drilling this, although he's a long, long way out. Well, you'd have thought when Barnes went off the ground injured, unusually in a high tackle from Tingay in the third quarter, that the chances of Geelong had gone with him. But Stoneham into the ruck and swung the game around. He's hooked this one. Wills comes from behind, but can't spoil White, who takes the mark. Minute and a half to go, and not enough time for Melbourne. Viney. What a swing in emotion for the Geelong fans in this last quarter. Kicked by Viney. Bairstow at the back. Toby, they yell. His kick close to out of bounds. It is out, but on the bounce, be a throw-in. 17 possessions to Mark Bairstow. His horse got rolled in Melbourne today. Now he's got that out of the way. He's getting the footy.
Thrown in just outside the 50. Stoneham, clean possession. We've seen something special from Barry Stoneham in this last term. Couch, just outside the 50, floats it in. Ablett, beautifully done. Mercurial stuff to Tanner, and Tanner has got the goal. It's all over at Kardinia Park. And Tanner.
Well, he's been good, Dennis, and coming across from Norwood. It's taken a while to settle in this AFL style of play, and Couch, who's been, I think, probably the most consistent player on the ground here. Ablett doesn't mind kicking them, but he also doesn't mind giving them away. And terrific to see Tanner get involved there. I think he's been very good since coming on.
1 minute left. Would you believe it's 25 points the difference after they trailed by 20? Stoneham out of the middle. And the mark is taken by Neitz at halfback. Riccardi centre wing. Time left for the Cats to get another one. They've kicked 21. Which means in the last quarter they've kicked 8 goals. 8 goals to 3. Tudor looking for more. Ablett's there. White hands to it. Second by Brewer. A goal! He's kicked 3.
This match is part of the Foster's 1994 AFL Premiership season.
Incredible that the Cats went on to win by 30 points after, in the last quarter even, not looking sure to win the game. Ablett kicked 10, Brewer kicked 3. For Melbourne, Pike got 4, Schwartz and Lovell each kicked 3 goals. Now to the results of other games, and Hawthorn defeated St Kilda.
Goal final term and a sensational single-handed performance by Gary Ablett propelled Geelong to a memorable 5-goal win over Melbourne at Kardinia Park. After a week of off-field drama, the Cats look headed for another loss early in the final term, but they slammed on 9 goals 6 to win by 5 goals. Ablett booted 10. Peter Landy reports.
With Mansfield everywhere around midfield and Adrian Hickmott laying some superb tackles, the Cats were desperate today. Predictably, Ablett was on fire.
He will snap a goal.
But the D's hung in. Goals from Steins and here Gary Lyon kept them in touch, while Ablett at the other end brought up his 4th for the quarter. Pike, despite being roughed up by the post, managed a goal, and when Hilton ran in for another, there was nothing in it at the first change. 2 strong marks by Schwartz for goals put Melbourne in front, and then Charles bobbed up for another. But the Cats rallied. Tudor snapped an excellent goal from close in, and Ablett made it 6 after this mark. When Brewer was accurate right on the siren, the difference was 14 points.
He's all-class Brewer. Great goal.
The Demons, though, meant business after the break. Barnes went down, and the D's kicked the first 4 goals of the term as Geelong started to choke. Sentiment's Malcolm Blight obviously conveyed at 3-quarter time. But the home side responded. Couch got them back in the hunt with a morale-boosting long goal, and Ablett came again with 3 more for a total of 10.
Ablett comes up brandishing the ball and pops it through.
Brewer sealed it with his 3rd. The Cats 9 for the term and convincing winners by 30 points. Peter Landy, 7. Nightly News.